If your days feel like an ongoing struggle filled with stress, fatigue, and a sense of being trapped, you're not alone. The distinction between those who flourish and those who remain stagnant boils down to a few fundamental principles. Adhere to these guidelines, and you'll open the door to success and a more fulfilling life. Disregard them, and you'll find yourself in the same repetitive cycle, questioning why nothing seems to change. Rule 1: master your mindset. Your mind is the arena where triumph or failure is determined. Each day you encounter obstacles, uncertainties, and fears. The reality is this: your thoughts mold your existence. If you saturate your mind with negativity, your life will reflect that negativity. Conversely, if you nurture a mindset rooted in growth, discipline, and resilience, success will inevitably follow. The crucial step is to take charge of your internal dialogue. The power of having a definitive purpose and using autosuggestion is vital in crafting one's future. Your mind is in constant conversation with you. What is it communicating? Are you feeding it doubts or empowering it with solutions? Cease saying, "I can't," and instead ask yourself, "How can I?" The words you express to yourself bear weight. Replace excuses with decisive actions rather than stating, "I don't have time." Learn to prioritize instead of thinking like, "I'm not good enough." Focus on improvement. Rather than claiming, "I'll start tomorrow." Begin right now. Many highly successful individuals, including Henry Ford and Andrew Carnegie, credited their achievements to a steadfast belief in their own capabilities. Every excuse you eliminate brings you that much closer to success. Challenge your limiting beliefs. History's greatest achievers lacked special advantages. They mastered their thoughts. Take Edwin C. Barnes as an example. In the early 1900s, he had a singular ambition: to collaborate with Thomas Edison. Lacking money, connections, and formal education, he nonetheless refused to accept defeat. Barnes didn't question whether success was a possibility. He resolved that it was inevitable. He traveled to Edison's office and presented himself as a potential business partner. Although Edison initially turned him down, Barnes persisted, working various menial jobs at Edison's company for years, patiently waiting for his opportunity. When it arises, he grabbed it, becoming a primary distributor for Edison's dictating machine and ultimately amassing wealth. He recognized potential where others encountered rejection. He didn't sit around waiting for ideal situations. He fashioned them himself. He didn't rely on motivation. He took initiative even when faced with fear. Success is fundamentally a mental challenge. When self-doubt creeps in, combat it with decisive action. Faith and perseverance act as the antidotes to failure. If you hold off until you feel prepared, you'll find yourself waiting indefinitely. Fear flourishes in inaction, amplifying fabricated problems, yet when you decide to act, fear diminishes. You demonstrate to yourself that you are capable. When fear whispers that you will fail, remind yourself that failure is part of the learning process. No one achieves success without experiencing setbacks. Each obstacle is an opportunity for growth. Each error serves as constructive feedback, and every failure becomes a stepping stone toward mastery. Your mindset forms the bedrock of all your endeavors. Fortify it daily. Engage with literature that challenges your viewpoints. Partake in meaningful discussions that stretch your boundaries, and take time for introspection to evaluate your journey. Protect your mind fiercely. Be discerning about what you consume, not only food, but also information, thoughts, and beliefs. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift rather than drain you, because once you possess mastery over your mind, external circumstances cease to dictate your success. You do. Your life mirrors your mindset. If you wish to transform your life, begin by altering your thoughts. Train your mind to identify opportunities while others see hurdles. Cultivate a sense of accountability instead of shifting blame. Foster resilience rather than surrendering to defeat. As the profound lesson teaches, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. When you grasp this, success won't merely be a possibility, it will become a certainty. Rule 2 is to cultivate indestructible discipline. Motivation can waver, but discipline remains steadfast. Many individuals pause waiting for the ideal mood or moment to act. However, those who succeed move forward regardless of their emotional state. They recognize that depending solely on motivation is akin to hoping for the wind to propel them forward. It's erratic, transient, and unreliable. Discipline is what distinguishes dreamers from doers. It's the unseen force that urges you to rise from bed when all you want is more sleep. It's the steadfast resolve that drives you to the gym even when your body is protesting. It's the quiet commitment that motivates you to exert effort even in the absence of an audience to celebrate your work. Discipline serves as the link between good intentions and actual implementation, and those who master it become truly unstoppable. The key? Make discipline a regular practice, not just an option. When you train your mind to act irrespective of your feelings, you negate the need for motivation. Rather than questioning yourself with, "Do I feel like doing this?" you assert, "This is simply what I do." Success isn't born from sporadic surges of effort. It stems from regularity. It's not merely about toiling when inspiration strikes. It's about working diligently every single day. Establish clear non-negotiables, actions you commit to regardless of circumstances. Whether that means rising at a certain hour, exercising daily, or dedicating time each day to acquire new knowledge, these promises should become integral to your identity. You don't skip them or bargain with yourself. They are simply who you are. Strengthen your willpower as you would a muscle. Just as physical strength develops through resistance, mental fortitude grows through discomfort. Start small. Make your bed each morning. Read 10 pages of a book. Take a cold shower. These minor acts of discipline accumulate over time, rewiring your brain to take charge rather than being swayed by fleeting feelings. Once you conquer the small tasks, you can elevate your game, taking on larger challenges, setting loftier standards, and exceeding your previous limitations. Over time, discipline transitions from being something you do to becoming your very essence. It becomes your identity. When others falter because they lack motivation, you persist. When enthusiasm wanes, you remain resolute. When obstacles emerge, you shouldn't retreat. You need to advance. The reality is that a steadfast discipline renders you invincible. When you nurture this relentless determination, truly nothing can obstruct your path. Dreams don't morph into reality just through hoping. They're crafted via steadfast discipline, executed day in and day out, action by action. That's the formula for triumph. Rule 3, establish goals that challenge you. Comfort zones are the graveyards of dreams. They provide security, familiarity, and predictability, yet they also hinder growth. Without venturing beyond what feels comfortable, you will never achieve your potential. Genuine success requires entering into discomfort, welcoming uncertainty, and pushing your limits to foster your evolution. Aim for goals that are so ambitious they give you butterflies, because that means they are stretching you past your current capabilities. True growth occurs not in the realm of the familiar, but in the unknown, where fear and doubt lurk. The issue is that many people set their sights low due to a fear of failure. They cling to certainty and control, but in doing so, they also suppress their own capabilities. Yet the reality is that failure is unavoidable, regardless of how safe your aspirations seem. You will confront obstacles no matter what. Playing it safe does not shield you from failure. It ensures it. If you shy away from risks, you automatically fail because you haven't even attempted. Those who attain greatness aren't the ones who dodge failure, but rather those who harness it as a source of motivation. If your goals don't push you, they won't transform you. Real growth necessitates resistance, and substantial progress is born from hardship. Set clear, quantifiable objectives, ones that propel you out of your comfort zone. Document them, break them into actionable increments, and turn them into tangible plans rather than mere dreams. Above all, commit to your goals unconditionally. No, I'll try, or maybe one day. Such phrases leave space for doubt, and doubt extinguishes momentum. Resolve that your goals are non-negotiable. Success is not reserved for those who are the most gifted. It is meant for individuals who refuse to give up. The distinction between those who succeed and those who do not lies not in their intelligence, chance, or privilege, but in their determination. They must resolve that failure is not a reason to quit. Instead, it serves as a stepping stone toward progress. Every setback offers a lesson, every error provides data, and each stumble is a chance to rise again, stronger than before. The most accomplished individuals globally are not those who never encounter failure. They are the ones who repeatedly fail yet refuse to yield. Aspire to dream bigger than you ever have. You should set goals that feel just out of reach and pursue them with relentless determination. Push yourself beyond what you believed was feasible. Venture outside your comfort zone. Embrace uncertainty and commit wholeheartedly. That is where true success is conceived. Rule 4, cease seeking approval. Far too many individuals strive for validation, hesitating and holding back their own potential just to evade judgment. They gauge their self-worth based on the opinions of others, looking for approval before daring to take action. Let me share this. The moment you stop caring about others' perceptions, you set yourself free. The reality is that people will judge you regardless of your actions. Whether you choose to play it safe or take bold risks, someone will have an opinion. Some will commend you, others will criticize, while many may not even understand your journey. But here's the essential truth. Their judgments are reflections of their personal fears, insecurities, and limitations, not of your worth. Why allow their thoughts to govern your life? The only voice that genuinely matters is the one within you. If you continually seek external validation, you will never truly experience the essence of living. You'll be stuck forever, molding yourself to fit someone else's standards. Yet once you begin to heed your own voice and trust yourself above all else, you will harness genuine power. Live in alignment with your values, define what is significant to you, and refuse to compromise to settle for less. Stop aiming to please everyone around you. Instead, concentrate on being genuine with yourself. The individuals who truly count will value you for your authenticity, while those who do not were never meant to accompany you on your journey. Pursue your own vision. The most brilliant minds throughout history were frequently misjudged, ridiculed, and dismissed, yet they persevered. They did not conform to the expectations of others. They nurtured a vision and pursued it with unwavering commitment. Strive to be one of those individuals. Have faith in your journey, even if it remains unseen by others for now. Engage in what ignites your passion, regardless of whether others comprehend it. Passion is a rare and formidable force that cannot be diminished by external doubts. If something inspires you, energizes you, and makes you feel truly alive, pursue it. Tune out the negativity. Silence the doubters. You don't require anyone's approval to live the life you desire, for ultimately the pain of not being true to yourself will outweigh any criticism from others. In the years to come, you are more likely to remember the missed opportunities rather than the opinions that held you back. So stop hesitating, abandon the quest for validation, and be unapologetically yourself, allowing the world to adjust accordingly. Rule 5, embrace the struggle. No one achieves greatness without confronting challenges, yet many view struggle as a reason to give up, a justification to retreat, or an excuse to remain in their comfort zone. The reality is that struggle signifies growth. It is the fire that cultivates resilience, the tempest that fortifies your foundation, and the trial that tests your worth. Every obstacle you encounter is molding you into the person you are destined to become. Growth does not arise from comfort. It is born from pushing through unease. When life challenges you, it is not seeking to break you, but rather to fortify you. Challenges are what fine-tune your character, discipline your mind, and strengthen your will. They teach you lessons that comfort cannot provide: perseverance, adaptability, and inner strength. Each setback holds a lesson for you. Something failure does not stand in opposition to success. Rather, it is an integral part of the journey. The world's most accomplished individuals have stumbled countless times, often more than most have dared to try. They did not give up when faced with adversity. They refused to let temporary setbacks define them. Instead, they analyzed their failures, gleaned valuable lessons from them, and moved forward with greater strength. This embodies the mindset of a champion, viewing every challenge as a chance to emerge even stronger. Many tend to shy away from discomfort in pursuit of the easiest path, but the route of least resistance leads to nowhere meaningful. True accomplishment necessitates struggle. The most impressive triumphs are reserved for those who are ready to persevere, pressing on even when every part of them urges them to quit. Winning is not solely about intelligence or talent. It's primarily about a refusal to surrender. Stop shying away from challenges. Instead, confront them, learn from them, and utilize them as fuel. View struggle not as a hindrance, but as the very catalyst that propels you forward. The pain, frustration, and fatigue are all integral to the journey. Each time you push through, you grow stronger, wiser, and increasingly unstoppable. Although the road to success is fraught with difficulty, that very challenge is what makes the achievement worthwhile. If success were a breeze, everyone would attain it. Struggle acts as a filter, distinguishing those who are truly dedicated from the dreamers and the wishful thinkers from the determined warriors. When you finally achieve your goal, the knowledge of what you endured to reach it will make your victory all the more gratifying. By ceasing to fear struggle and starting to embrace it, you become impervious to defeat. Hardships will inevitably arise, but they will not bring you down. Challenges will come your way, but they will not deter you, as you have recognized that struggle is not your adversary. It is your greatest ally. Rule 6. Eliminate toxic influences. Your surroundings play a crucial role in shaping your success. The individuals with whom you associate, the energy you absorb, and the standards you accept all significantly affect your potential. If you find yourself in the company of those who are lazy, negative, and unambitious, uninspired individuals, their mindset can infiltrate yours without you even noticing. Their habits, attitudes, and limitations have the power to influence your own. Conversely, when you immerse yourself in the company of ambitious, disciplined, and driven individuals, you elevate your own standards. High achievers hold themselves to a higher expectation, and being around them compels you to rise to their level. Their mindset, work ethic, and discipline can be infectious. They challenge, push, and improve you. Success is not merely a result of talent or luck. It fundamentally hinges on the environment you choose to inhabit. Take a moment to evaluate your inner circle and examine the people around you. Do they motivate you or deplete your energy? Do they encourage your growth, or do they keep you comfortably stagnant? The reality is, not everyone is worthy of a place in your life. Some act as anchors, holding you back with their doubts, excuses, and negativity, while others serve as engines, propelling you forward with their belief, ambition, and relentless drive. It's crucial to eliminate those who sap your energy. This isn't about being harsh or unkind, it's about safeguarding your future. You cannot afford to let narrow-minded individuals obstruct your path to significant opportunities, nor can you permit toxic relationships to poison your mindset. Distance yourself from those who do not believe in you, who ridicule your dreams, or who give you the impression that your ambitions are unattainable. Your future is far too significant to be compromised by the wrong influences. Every conversation, interaction, and connection either fortifies or undermines your determination. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who enhance your life, challenge you to aim higher, and hold you accountable for your own greatness. Your circle should represent where you aspire to go, not where you've already been. The company you keep will either propel you toward greatness or divert you away from it. It's as simple as that. If you desire success, position yourself in an environment conducive to it. Seek mentors, role models, and peers aligned with your vision, and learn from those who have already achieved what you are striving for. Standards raise your inner circle, and more importantly, strive to be the type of person that others wish to uplift alongside you. Remember, you are a reflection of the people you surround yourself with. Ensure that reflection amounts to excellence. Rule 7 is to master the skill of focus. Distraction serves as the enemy of ambition. In today's era, individuals frequently squander invaluable time on trivial entertainment, engrossed in meaningless distractions that dull the intellect and weaken the spirit. Rather than engaging in productive work, they fall prey to gossip and empty indulgences, failing to realize that each moment wasted is an opportunity lost. The reality remains the same. Significant accomplishments are not solely the result of innate talent, but of unwavering focus. Those who discipline their attention will shape their future. The diligent individual understands this principle clearly. He knows that consistent effort is the cornerstone of success. He guards his time diligently, recognizing that every unnecessary distraction deprives him of his prospects. He refuses to be sidetracked by inconsequential matters, instead nurturing an atmosphere of hard work and resolve, one free from the idle talk and luxuries that lead to downfall. One must train to exclude distractions in a world brimming with enticements. The wise individual stands resolute. He doesn't squander his time in the company of the idle, nor waste his evenings on trivial amusements. He rises early, lays out his tasks, and dedicates himself to his work with sincerity. Those who master this discipline will inevitably outperform those who yield to idleness. Safeguard your hours with discipline. If you do not, others will unreservedly seize them for themselves. Time is humanity's most precious asset. It must be utilized wisely. Set aside parts of your day for uninterrupted work and resist anything that intrudes. Learn to dismiss distractions, unnecessary commitments, and pursuits that do not advance your objectives. Every moment spent in frivolity is a moment seized from progress. When you labor, do so with enthusiasm. Lackluster effort yields nothing. Eliminate the idea of splitting your focus. Such folly only results in carelessness. Dedicate yourself completely to the task at hand, whether it's in your profession, at home, or in the pursuit of self-improvement for both mind and body. The most successful individuals are those who direct their full attention to their efforts, unfazed by insignificant distractions. When the mind is set, positive outcomes will follow. A person who allows themselves to be sidetracked will only harvest regret, while one who fixes their sight on hard work and personal growth will encounter success. A disciplined mind serves as the most powerful tool for advancement. Use it judiciously. Master your focus and you will master your destiny. Great individuals do not scatter their efforts aimlessly. Instead, they channel their energy with precision. Dispense with diversions, sharpen your thoughts, and commit wholly to your goals. In a world rife with wasted time, those who are diligent will rise above. Rule 8. Cultivate an unwavering self-belief. The world may throw doubt your way. Some may claim you lack the skill or question your worthiness for success. Yet those words hold no influence unless you allow them to. The most powerful force in your life is the belief you hold in yourself, because if a person cannot trust in their own potential, how can they expect others to? It's essential for one to train their mind to quiet the voice of doubt during challenging times. They should stand firm, recalling their strengths instead of fixating on weaknesses. Remind yourself of past victories, however small, as evidence of your capability. The internal dialogue you maintain should be one of strength and certainty, for a person's thoughts shape their future. When the world tells you that you cannot, let your actions proclaim, "I will." The skeptics, the naysayers, they are merely background noise in the grand march of progress. History has shown that those who achieve greatness are often those who disregard the scorn of the crowd and move forward with resolute conviction. Confidence isn't arrogance. It is the quiet assurance of being ready to face challenges. Must embrace risks and learn from each failure, for mistakes are not indicators of ineptitude, but rather stepping stones toward excellence. He who has never attempted has never truly experienced achievement, and he who avoids trying will be forever trapped in mediocrity. A person who fears failure more than inertia will inevitably find themselves confined to a life lacking growth. Confidence is not something that is simply given. It is developed, and it emerges through action. No individual has ever gained strength by passively observing another's hard work, nor does one attain skill by merely visualizing success. The craftsman hones his trade through diligent practice, the warrior sharpens his abilities through real battles, and the leader rises by making tough choices. The more one engages in their pursuits, the more one evolves. Strength is forged through effort, while wisdom is cultivated through lived experiences. Let no one fool themselves with empty comforts. The journey to greatness is taken by those who bravely take the initial step before they feel fully prepared. It is not the cautious planner waiting for perfect conditions who takes charge of his destiny. It is the individual who acts, learns, adapts, and pushes forward even amidst uncertainty. The world ultimately belongs to those who do, rather than those who merely dream. Therefore, cast aside your uncertainties and dismiss the idea that tomorrow or the next moment would be more advantageous than now. The most remarkable figures in history did not hesitate. They made the leap, commenced their journeys before feeling completely ready, learned along the path, and advanced with unyielding resolve. Stop waiting, stop hesitating, take action immediately. There is no route to success that is marked by inaction. The only way forward is laid by the steps you take today. Move decisively, move courageously, and allow no obstacle to sway you from your path. It is not the person who waits that molds their fate, but the one who takes action. Must embrace risks, accept failure, and glean insights from each mistake. Errors aren't indicators of inadequacy. Rather, they are stepping stones on the journey to mastery. The individual who has never failed has never attempted, and one who avoids trying will ultimately fail to achieve anything. A person who dreads failure more than remaining stagnant will find themselves trapped in mediocrity. Confidence isn't a gift, it's something cultivated through action. No one has ever acquired strength by merely observing others' labor, nor has anyone become proficient by only dreaming of success. The artisan hones his craft through dedication, the warrior enhances his abilities through combat, and the leader emerges by making tough choices. Growth stems from doing. Strength is forged through effort, and wisdom is amassed through experience. Let no one fool themselves with false comforts. The path to greatness belongs to those brave enough to take the first step, even before they feel fully prepared. It isn't the cautious planner waiting for everything to be just right that shapes their destiny, but rather the proactive individual who acts, learns, adapts, and forges ahead despite uncertainties. The realm of achievement is reserved for those who take action, not for those who merely dream. Therefore, discard your doubts. Eliminate the belief that tomorrow or even the next hour will be a better time to start than now. The most impactful figures in history didn't hesitate. They leaped forward, began even when unprepared, learned as they progressed, and moved ahead with relentless resolve. Stop waiting and stop hesitating. Take action now. There is no avenue to success that is paved with inaction. The only way forward is through the steps you take today. Act swiftly and boldly, and let no obstacle sway you from your chosen path, for it is not the individual who waits, but the one who moves that shapes their destiny. Rule 10. Never cease your growth. There is no endpoint in the journey of self-improvement. A person does not reach a stage where they have absorbed all knowledge, nor do they arrive at a point where further development is unnecessary. The instant he stops learning, he begins to regress. Stagnation represents the gradual death of potential, and complacency is the enemy of progress. A person must dedicate himself to continuous growth, for true success is not a destination, but rather a lifelong journey. Development is the responsibility of every individual who aims for excellence. He must enrich his mind just as he would care for his body, for if the intellect is neglected, it wilts like an unattended garden. Acquiring new skills is essential, for a person who stops enhancing himself becomes unqualified to face the demands of the world. Comfort is a sedative that lulls the weak into mediocrity, while the strong remain perpetually restless, always striving for greater achievements. A person must push himself. He should not shy away from challenges, as struggle is the forge that strengthens the spirit. Accepting mediocrity is no badge of honor, for good enough is the sanctuary of those who fear greatness. There is no pride in standing still year after year, nor is there any merit in shunning the effort to transcend one's own limits. The individual who fails to confront challenges is destined for a life void of realized potential. The most significant investment one can make is in oneself. Wealth may come and go, but a sharpened mind remains an invaluable tool. Knowledge, discipline, and skill are the true indicators of a person's wealth. By investing in personal development, a person secures a future rich with strength and opportunities. Success is not about arriving at a final destination, it's about ongoing evolution. The wise individual recognizes that no summit signals the end of his journey, for beyond every peak lies another uncharted territory. The quest for excellence is a lifelong commitment, and those who embrace this journey never find themselves idle or aimless. So, maintain your hunger for knowledge. Let no day pass without learning something new, pushing your abilities, and fortifying your mind. Stay inquisitive. Seek wisdom from every experience, learn from every setback, and nurture your intellect as a farmer tends to his fields. Commit to becoming increasingly better each day. Time will pass regardless of whether one strives or remains stagnant, but only those who make the effort will look back on their lives with contentment. Ultimately, the person you evolve into stands as your greatest achievement. No wealth, title, or acclaim will ever surpass the value of a mind cultivated through discipline and a spirit shaped by growth.